mbokki déglukat yi mën naa dal di sant di leen dal di gërëm di leen dal di jox seen wàccukaay te itam ñëwaat neen si beneen lu nga xam ne muy programme ngeen dale ànd man seen xarit ak seen rakasu ku nga xam ne muy Buuba Jallow fa la boowee si kanam tuuti ku nga xam ne muy coach Sana Yafa dina dal di bokka si lu nga xam ne muy programme bi suñu gan bi nag dafa dal di am lu nga xam ne muy ganta ku nga xam ne muy général Langtombong Tamba waroon na fi dal di ñëw wante ne yoon du dal di em si benn di leen ko fi dal di amaat beneen yoon wante du ma dal di def dara rek lu du dal di nuyu suma naataango ku nga xam ne muy Moussa Fall Habib ma bàyyi la rek nga dal di nuyoo askan bi.
Yamalia.
waaw mën naa dégg Habib mun ngaa dal di nuyoo.
I'm not getting you very well. Some voice is very slow.
Mun ngaa dal di nuyoo yaa ma dégg.
Buba.
waaw Habib yaa ma dégg. mbokk yi kon dafa dal di nuyoo ni Habib dafa dal di am lu nga xam ne mooy tënka si lu nga xam ne mooy si déggin bi wante su ñëwee rek dina dal di nuyoo général Langtombong Tamba su nga fi amoon dina doon dal di baax parce que ne am na lu nga xam ne mooy ay waxtaan yu bari yu nga xam ne auditeurs yi waa hello Habib.
yaa ma dégg clearly.
waaw mën naa dégg waaw mën ngaa nuyoo.
Yeah, man some voice is really slow with me, very very slow.
waa Habib waaw mën ngaa nuyoo.
Allo
Habib waaw mën ngaa nuyoo.
yaa ma dégg.
waaw mën naa dégg waaw. waaw mën ngaa nuyoo mën ngaa wax mën naa dégg.
But some voice be look kind of strange, you know.
waaw mbokk yi ba léegi rek Habib mu ngi dal di am jafe-jafe pour dal di déggante man wante su fi dal di ñëwee rek dinañ dal di ubbi lu nga xam ne mooy bunti waxtaan bi waaw hello Habib.
yaa ma dégg.
waaw mën naa dégg waaye mën ngaa nuyoo.
Okay. I don't know what was happening, but I couldn't find very difficult to connect. Anyway, once again, it's your normal straight talk program every Wednesday. So, like always, we expect to have a guest today. So, and then we expect to have a wonderful show. Our colleague Sana Yafa, we have delay a bit, but I'm not going to join a bit later, inshallah.
waaw Sana Habib kañ général Langtombong Tamba dafa dal di am tuuti téléphone problème moo tax mu ta dal di teewee wante ne tey social media gis neen South Sudan seen project bi seen xaalis bu nga xam ne woon FIFA joxoon na leen ko woon comme ni lay biira rek ñu dal di koo jëkleel développement bil neen si lu nga xam ne muy stadium ndax lii tam diggarut naa ni vidéo wala documentaire bu nga xam ne def na ko peut être wane ne xaalis yi waroon naa dugga fii wala lii waroon naa nekk ressource si xaalis bi parce que ni ko South Sudan wone Mauritania wone ko Liberia wone ko.
waaw xam nga ñun unfortunately sun nit ñi dañ bëgg a defend loo xam ne kenn mënu ko defend. What they're trying to do is they just have to rest their case. Ñun nangu ne they got it wrong. What the MC just they got it wrong. People have to know why everything goes wrong. Because Mauritania can do it successfully. Liberia successfully. Now South Sudan nga xam ne buñ duggee ci football sax yàggu dëkk boo xam ne is the youngest country in the world ñooñu mën a ñëw jógee ci woo ak xeex despite all that ñu mën a am a committee boo xam ne mën nañoo am they use their money the right way ba mën a am a stadium of that magnitude ñun Gambia ñu toog fii we don't have nothing to say but excuses upon excuses and then they blame people before for doing nothing. Nani's documentary, lolo ken mënu ko disregard. I saw on a Facebook page Babkar call it bogus, which I think was unfair. Mo warta wax lolu, warta oye that documentary bogus because su nekké né Nani dem na JFF ñu jox leen chance pour ñom ñu explain things. ñom ñu bañ. They opted not to talk. So it's not Nani's fault, it's their fault. So Babakar Kamara calling that documentary bogus, it explained a lot about what these people are doing. You know, I think mom the best thing to remain quiet because su nekkee ne onañ gaay pour ñu explain about what went wrong. ñom ñu ne no duñ wax. So is not Nani's fault. ñom seen fault la. So Nani lu mu def mooy dem to everybody involved jox la mic pour nga explain lu xew. So them not around. So it was fair. It was for everyone to speak your mind. You choose not to talk. So you nga choose not to talk, and then you nothing to offer but to call it bogus. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. And what South Sudan has done, they're gonna expose ne they have many questions to answer than just to fight. You know, def I press release your hamne amud when wait. People hamne this is a joke. South Sudan, my God, this is the oldest country in the world. Yaku. ñooñu mën a jël seen xaalis su nekkee sono ñooñu they could use the money elsewhere because ñu jógee si war with the other Sudan, but still they've been able to use the money wisely, spend ko wisely. So I think ne sun guy they have to step up and then explain to the Gambian people what's happening, and then ñu fexe xam nga sampa packs. I think the response we are expecting from them mooy ñu sampa packs. Nagay sampa packs moo gën wax du ko sotal nekka Facebook di jéem a defend sa bopp si loo xam ne mënuloo koo defend loolu du ko sotal. So I think what happened with South Sudan manifested ne we are even in deep shit. Loolu la wane dafa wane ne ñun defuñ suñu liggéey ni nga ko war na defee suñu defoon suñu liggéey ni nga ko war na defee duñ toog fii di xam nga di wax te ligue baa ngi start si on the 19. Taylor dégg ne second division also mu ngi start man I don't know how is ñaari pack la ñoo use so da nga gis ne packs yi before first round bi di jee where packs dañoo demee you know so lii wane na ne if they use the money the right way ñu kon packs yi pare.
Wante Habib tey nekkoon bés bi nga xam ne woon nomination yi la Halifa Sallah Ngare na tam foog na ne tam ñu si Halifa Sallah bi at like emotional speech boobu du mën a dal di nuba like this South Sudan seen achievement bi parce que ne fa soo mën a am na ñu bari seen ko si WhatsApp groupe yi Bakary Jammeh Kaba Bajo Langtombong Tamba ñoom Ibu Faye executive by this time war nañoo am at least nataal bi di wone paagi South Sudan naka la meloon ak naka dañ ko rénover pour tam ñu mën a dal di am that benefit of the doubt foog la ne tam léegi tam war nañoo am nataal bi si seen screenshot at least si seen téléphone gars yi mën a dal di fàttale ko démba.
Buba, we are living in the 21st century. Social media is the home of everybody. Ku nekk sa bathroom sa di sangu am na ñoo xam ne even suñu duggee sa si bathroom they go with their phone. ñeneen ñi suñu eewoo the first thing li ñoo seet is their telephone. And those is most of us. Everybody will follow different pages to know what we all are following different pages for what is happening in the modern world. Looking at Facebook, you can share on one WhatsApp group in the Gambia. New business. They have seen it. Business go. They are on top of the informations. They know. This law you nga xamne ñoo wara deny ñu duñ jëwa. ñi nga xam ne ñoo war a deny ñu ngi duñ jee wax they are quiet because they don't have much to say because su gaa ñëwee pour wax ci media di mën a wax loo xam ne amul fekk di wax li nga xam ne moo am te kilifa lañ so they choose not to talk because bëggu ñoo wax lu amul so ceeb bu sew bi ñu ñëw si Facebook bi di sonal nit ñi because ñoom they don't have any integrity about themselves because soo amee respect if you respect yourself doo ñëw on social media ngay defend loo xam ne is a lie soo defee loolu it talks volume about yourself so ñi nga xam ne they are the bigger people ñoo ngi duñ def loolu duñ ñëw Facebook or WhatsApp di fet because they respect themselves te bëggu ñoo wax loo xam ne fii loo fi wax fu mu nekk nii dañ ko use against you va dafa am léegi loo waxoon 10 years dañ ko génne ne yaa ko waxoon so you choose not to talk because soo waxee tey loo xam ne amul dañ la ko génneel ëllëg or next year or 10 years or 5 years so what they are doing ñoom xam nañ ne this is a mess but why is it a mess loolu la nit ñi bëgg a xam so moo tax they are quiet so ceeb bu sew bi ñoom nañ ñëw Facebook diggante nit ñi but ñun we are there to talk to them ñun dañoo waxaa ñoom ba mu saf safa suñu degee ñoom Gambia dañoo waxaa ñoom face to face in the eye bu ko ragal ne waaye kilifa yi nga xam ne ñoo def di biggest mess ñoom xam ne lu xew so moo tax ñoom nangu ñoo wax te affaire si wax du ko sotal jëf moo ko sotal let them do their job nit ñi fu ñoo xaar gaay mooy ñu liggéey not to talk let the work do the talking simple as that ñëpp xam nañ ne Tidiane Jatta is doing a good job since bi nga ko falee ambassador gis nañ his activities in football ak volleyball ak other sports so seeing is believing so leen liggéey park si East West Banjul Brikama Busumbala Gunjur are playing their nawetaan in a school hours mënuloo play nawetaan because school is the park is on the field is owned by the school league baa ngay door si if you go to Essew they play nawetaan in the school the park is owned by the school so many places in the Gambia ñu ngi play seen nawetaan si schools because amuñ field so ñoom they have a lot of things to do than trying to call people's name xam nga if you call Baboucarr Nani si so with the good job he did nga oil loolu bogos ko xam ne is your colleague and a brother loolu is sad and then soo dagee moom nga mel ni dara xewul with all the effort bu mu def people don't like to be exposed when they do things wrong so to make it short nagaay job bi defar parks nit ñi kontaan first division second division women football both mila fan la ñoo play fi fan la ñoo play suñu demee bay use QCell as a zone moo laa wax ne ñun we have long way to go you know
wante Habib comme ni ligue baa ngi war a start ba léegi pre-season meeting amut federation competition department bi gisoon nañ Ibu Faye daal di jógee ba si ñëw ba Kombo West Coast at yeneen place yi wante léegi nii meeting amagut xaalis mu war a jox club yi because always dañ dee dal di dawme club yi dañ dee amal club si bari federation ma leen ameel ay 300,000 200,000 at allied association yi tam at least ndax tam apart from nga jot fixe bi si sa WhatsApp bi at least fixe bi ñëwut Ibu Faye tam wax openly at least nga am that small mini tournament comme ni Omar si tournament bi wala knockout tournament yaa understand pour at least club si tam sax yëg na ne club si bari ñu ngi train ñu ngi def trials wala dañ dem na Saudi Arabia wante tam at least like momentum buñ biloon last season league bi momentum boobu tam dal di continuer at least nga dal di yëg ne sax league baa ngi ñëw start comme ni xaw ma on the 16th of November which I really doubt
19
waaw tey on the 4th
Buba Olof Njaay mu ne suñ laa sanga ngay ragu suñ laa sanga danga ragu soo buggee seet the problem of Gambian football ak sports in general are the stakeholders how many teams are in the Gambia yow naka la gaay di nangoo ligue buy door after all what happened tooguñ def a thorough investigation or a thorough consultative meeting boo xam ne dafa war a jël 3 days or so boo xam ne all the team owners and team reps should come together and discuss about the league, the way forward, how to go about it. Loolu yëpp amut. All these teams ñi nga xam ne they've been spending their money in Gambian football for the past 20-30 years are all quiet. Ngeen toog rek ñu ne leen ligue bi dafa door ngeen mel ni yéen without the league yéen doo leen survive. Respect danga ko dee aan te stakeholders yi boo gisee jël leen for a ride seen problème la ñoom ñooy spend ci xaalis club bi but ñoom la neex ñu leen a drag anyhow leen yóbbu left leen yóbbu right they only complain at the campus and at the VU fi ñu demee meeting foofu noonu ñu mel ni ñoom su waaye lii something I don't know what's happening man mënuma understand what's happening in the Gambia. Lii is crazy.
Habib yaa ma dégg
bu baax.
waaw doguma la am na benn time benn player mu ngi play foog na interior Aïssatou Diallo jigéen la dafa amoon injury nii problème bu war a dem surgery mu doon ñaan dimbal text na ma wante mënuma koo dalee reply wante gisoon naa nga post affaire Sékouba Cissé nekk Armed Forces moom tam bu mu demoon tokki ba léegi si affaire club si at stakeholders si at pour ligue bi bu mu demee tokki amoon na woon problème trial si omam bi so bu mu ñëwee dem na scan Sénégal foog naa barki démba sax like mu ngi jóg fajar la mu jóg mu ne mu ngi dem baarak si headquarters bi seet ndax Armed Forces dinañ ko mun a jox lu nga xam ne mooy xaalis bi foog naa bindoon nga ko sometime ndax lan la moo xaar wante like mun naa am is private sem pour ne bu mun na ko du ko mën a wax si kaw wante ne foog naa ne mu ngi struggle so at least club si tam at relationship at yunde am seen club na foog nga ne tam loolu tam rafet na borom jabar jóg suba teel war a dem Fajara duga office bu nekk amin di dal di sona loolu noo gisee li problème boobu lekk yëpp lu nga xam ne mooy si stakeholders ak clubs yi ak players yi.
waaye ñun lu ñu manqué dafa bari. sorle sama fundi moo ma caaya bi laa jël ñun lu ñu manqué moo bari buuba ñun lu ñu manqué dafa bari balaa maa dem sax si ay Sékouba ak all what not dama start with the stakeholders ñi nga xam ne ñooy club owners lu xamul laa see ñoom gis ne everything that happen ñoom joxuñ leen benn yow respect soo ko bëggee am da nga ko joxe bopp before league bi di door or whatsoever team si ñoomi neen they should have sit together and ñu waxtaan ñu xool ñoom seen problème and how they want to go about it ak ban step la jeefe mën a step in to make sure ne loolu amut comme lu amoon amatul yooyu yëpp amut affaire yi contracts affaire yi yëpp amut baax bu ñu leen waroon a joxe half joxe wuñ half they are all quiet so it means they are okay with it buuba xam nga tey ñu ci taxawee si media mu laa defen waaye yow woori wala yow you are okay with that so loolu buuba loolu kon dafa mel ne ñoom whatever happens to them kenn sa warut a defend guy nobody should even defend them su nekkee ne ñoom ñi nga xam ne ñoo nekk di victims they are okay with what's happening because of some of them those in the system are your friends or colleagues so you will never say a word or two. How many teams? 15, 16 teams. Yep, league baa nga door. Amu leen benn consultative meeting with the GFF concerning the way forward of our league. Seetu leen ndax league bi war naa over 750, war naa egg 1.5 million or whatsoever. Nothing was discussed because boo gisee gars yi jékki-jékki rek génne a fixture without different benn press conference. Because if they organize a press conference, people will ask them burning questions. People will go and ask them very, very tough questions. So all what they will do is they don't know behind the curtain, gain a fixture, and magis do a high worry to game be do a guy in your father. That's Gambian attitude for you. So you know when Hara league be start. So league be start here, they will all forget about their complaints, which is true. but ñëpp xam nañ ne league warta start fekk amuñ a good consultative meeting. And then all what they will do is just go to the campaign. Them si campaign the wild, unnecessary wild. It makes no sense. Amuñ njëriñ. Balaa maa dem si campaign di wild man soo ma ooyee meeting foofu laa waxee suma naxat duma xaar ba ñibbi may kaas. So the biggest problem of our football sana daf ko dee wax dama si d'accord ak moom the stakeholders man dooma liggéeyal nga maa tegal necktie duma ko nangu duma nangu loolu Sekou Bah, one of the best strikers in the league, Armed Forces la moo player, is a huge team, is an execution team. Man go money Armed Forces ñaaka nañ 120,000 or 150,000 for him. Because Sekou Bah, many of the big things bëggoon nañ ko, but he still remained with Armed Forces. Gaañi mu am si ñoom la ko amee. Sekou Bah dem na Dakar, def na scan nam, xam na lu ko jot. Lu ko fi téye is money. Sekou Bah dafa need at least 120 to 150. I'm not trying to brag here, but I have to say this. You know, Makaira is a real Banjul player, right? He got injured with us. Makaira went to Senegal. The club was responsible. I'm not saying it because of, I'm just giving an example. Similar injury, comme Buki am Sekou Bah, Lola. At least did not spend 150 to move for you. So nobody should tell Armed Forces to do it because Sekou Bah is their own player. They either do it or we are planning to do a GoFundMe for Sekou Bah. Mana will have some other people about it, how to raise $150,000 for him. Because he's too young for career envy. His career is over. How many the Gambia Football Association come these ex-players I make a committee why it's a new committee for when again but what we are trying to do, we will work with them. Armed Forces fail at all. We will try to talk among ourselves and some other partners they could chip in to say how we can raise money for Sekou Bah for you. Do you hard even GFF he's a Gambian. Or they go ignore. Some people have to come on board to help. So I think the whole issue should start from the stakeholders. Even nawetan, balam de door, simple nawetan, then you're automating. Team reps them. You revisit the laws of the laws governing the nawetan. So you agree, wow, law be about even nawetan level, lot of the help. So lot of the same thing want to help at the top. Nga hear that you get a fixer. Then them play. Taylor Hamne, second division, then you start the play on the 17th home. So the all the stakeholders in the first and second division are okay with what's happening in our football, and they are all fine with that. So what is the point of me and you, or Mbaye Camara, or Lamin Del Fadera, or anybody? What is the point of even going to media and defending them? If you are defend, the very people you are defend are not even making noise about their own problems. How do you expect the football to go forward if these people owns the clubs and they are still okay? They don't complain. So the family manaya against anybody was it's crazy. It's really crazy. It's really crazy. You know? Man, imagine all this amount of markets in what go place near the field. Golf project, at stadium. How do you expect the Bahama to be? Akso Yufa am. Bahama the father. Golf project, fortune new train, wala new train. So if teams are training on that pitch, markets different both male and second division. Before the end of the first round, how do you expect our pitches to be? And still, people are okay. Players are getting injured because the artificial turf is not very good for them. You don't play, put on a good shoe is a problem. The Amada it doesn't help. So, again, we have a bigger problem, man. The problem is bigger than as you expected because those affected are still quiet. ñu la gaañ bugg la yuux because bugg la ko la mel. That's Gambia for you. So ñun we will talk.
Habib su ma gisee sana rek daf ma fàttaliku that president aspirant ku bugg a nekk président Gambia bu isi dollar so sana mbaa isi wàlle dollar tey soxla nañ ko trop.
Ban dollar? Who did that?
Suma kotola te duma wasi affaire mooy Cheikh Tidiane Haidara.
So what was that dollar all about?
Boy, this is a football platform. So let's stick to the fun.
Hanga man duma dey follow man duma dey follow. So what man duma xam li xew.
Yeah, and it's good that we'll follow political issue Gambia because
I will not.
So
I will not.
Stay the way ñun suñ politique mu ngi nii suñ politique mooy football loolu lañ am nañ continuer di ko wax. Wow.
We want to know why Lang Tombong didn't turn up.
No, actually, I have spoken to him, but he's having some difficulties right now because you're in Linguist. So I was able to talk to him, and it's unfortunate that Munumo tell you just to clarify that. I have always known him to be a gentleman, and he has assured me it's based on some technical issues he's having right now with his gadgets. But he would be more than happy to be with us next week, inshallah. Rabbi.
So meaning?
Yeah, Buba jërëjëf yow maa ngi laa nuyu di la gërëm di la sant di nuyu Habib ak suñ fans ñëpp ñoo xam ne ñu ngi follow football fan forum hashtag straight talk comme nu ma ko bëggee waxee rek suñ guest bi Lang Tombong la woon. I was very fortunate. My don't communicate on the whole issue, but since Suba it was a bit difficult for because he lined me. But fortunately for me, I was able to talk to him, and then he showed me what I galang right now. But he was definitely looking forward to be on the show today. But nonetheless, Jamak and Pehem Yala Dogalam, he was unable to make it today. But he promises us that he will definitely be with us next week because the topic of discussion is something that needs a lot of attention, a lot of clarifications, and a lot of deliberations, which he is open. Come ñun fii then therefore we will always give equal opportunities to everybody. It's not a journalist platform. Platform la boo xam ne is for Gambians and Gambian football. So we think that if there are burning issues affecting our football, we should be able to communicate to the people concerned, deliberate on those issues. And Lang, knowing him, I had a very good relationship with him. And then knowing him, I've always known him as a gentleman. And if he doesn't want to be on the show, he would have told me point blank. But he accepted, and we were in contact until a few days ago, which we lost contact. It was hard for me to show. Finally, and he was also looking forward for the assurance, he will be available next week. And then from the topic and their involvement in politics is something that needs to be clarified. Even though I'm not some clarifications on myself, but hey, I still think we should talk about it. It's of a very utmost important for us to make sure that the topic is dealt with because Gambian football and to me we should be very, very clear and tolerant to everybody.
Sana, like Ronaldo, almost 24 hours will make a headlines, score a goal, save na Oligan Souls there. One day, like newspaper Romana, South Sudan, the same Halis, Burgin Decade South Sudan, one and assist score, one and Natalie South Sudan, Demba, at St. Development Park. Na foog na tam nekkut gàcce at Rus si fédération bi for the recent weeks ñu ngi ñëw di wax ne nañu lu wax du dëgga xaalis bi ñëwagut lii at lii wante FIFA Forward Programme la moo ñëw is either FIFA Forward Programme 2.1 wala lu nga xam ne mooy FIFA Project 1.1 wante ne South Sudan at least deliver nen to get ñu jox hope seen dëkk bi seen jigéen yi seen ligue bi at seen national team at least ñu am home ground noo jàngatee loolu tey.
Buba suma xola jeex tey bu ma gisee South Sudan's progress of their mini stadium. That shows ne ñun Gambia we lack a sense of direction in the direction we bëgg a jël as far as football is concerned. Ñu xalaat South Sudan kañ la independent. Ñu xalaat South Sudan how low they are in the FIFA ranking, and basically they just new to the football world, you know. So ñu wara jël that bold step, renovate a national stadium to that standard. I think we should be ashamed of ourselves as far as football is concerned. Looking at the fact that the dëkk yoo xam ne ñoo leen tane woon ci everything, they are definitely leaving us behind. And I think li nekk na loo xam ne la foog nga fédération bi duma ko wax ne fédération Gambian Football Fraternity bi suñ toogee ñu seetaat seen boppa foog nga dina baax trop ku nekk ñu xoolaat suñ boppa xool fan lañ taxawoon démba ak fan lañ jógee ak fan lañ nekkatee ak fan lañ war a dem. And I think it's important you try to identify loolu. maa ngi dégg Abi mu ngi wax basically I will not put the whole thing on the GFF simply because there are a lot of key players to be at that level. Yes, suñ la entrusted pour nga def dara, it is important for you to deliver to the expectations so come nga bàyyi. But I think that this is a problem that has been persistent in Gambian football for quite a while. And do you only conclude that it is only done by the JFF? I think, yes, the lion's share of it will go to the GFF, but I think a good share of it also, the football stakeholders, man Buba Mayo, a club owners, you know, referees, coaches, I think we all had a role to play in this. Bima Toge ma analyze the whole thing. Dama feel there is a lot of hypocrisy in Gambian football. Si luñ wara loo xam ne dañ ko war a seetaat. Naka lañ ko seetee ku nekk si football da nga war a seetaat sa bopp, especially stakeholders. In as much as we didn't put our thoughts right, we didn't have the right frame of mind in terms of football development, we will continue to make these blunders year in, year out, and do mujjee fen. Okay? Munuma understand. One thing I cannot understand is why can we be holding our authorities responsible of things that they are taxed to do, or law the initiative for us to deliver us quality projects. I don't understand that. It started with the Gold Project. $40 million was being given to renovate the Gold Project. I'm not even saying building it from scratch. And there is a 14 room. So small conclusion we were every room to renovate $1 million. How on earth is that possible? Wabinyo param munopi ñu sé def dara ñu dégati te buñ faté né Gambia dafa tuuti contractors yi at some point dañoo wax. They have friends to talk to. They have people to talk to. You know, sample $1.5 million. Gis nañ ko. Deliver parks, dara lañ defut si parks. Def borehole perimeter fence with that amount of money that was put into it. It's shameful. Is that where we want to? I mean, ndax loolu lañ bëgg a def year in, year out. We don't want to do that. So, I mean, na stakeholders it togat set at sen bopa. I dégg Abibenge a lot of things about even meetings between stakeholders prior to the league. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. The reason that money is not going to happen because the biggest obstacle in Gambian football is those stakeholders who wouldn't be able to make decisions of their own and for the interest of the nation. They wouldn't. But for the limousine, they not talk from there. You dem suñ vuusi di talk si campaign di bugga ngaña GFF, where you had a good opportunity to sit with them and discuss with them burning issue, especially things that are affecting you. you will choose to keep quiet on it. Suñ demee pre-season meeting, you pass notion bi, nga second that call. You go into the league, you start complaining. Hypocrisy. Pass out for Pass out for. And the biggest hypocrite in Gambian football are the stakeholders. And it's high time for them to look at themselves. We are not doing justice to ourselves, and we are not doing justice to Gambian football fraternity. You know, I don't really want to talk about the government because naturally, ministry, I think they are weak. They are weak in a lot of senses. If you have football and politics doesn't work, but the government also had a responsibility in the national team and in the national development as well. So I think it's important for these authorities to sit together and try to strategize for the betterment of football in the country. Yes, I'm going to be in sports, but football is the biggest sport in the country. We cannot go this low. What are new South Sudan, new Tolu? South Sudan, when is South Sudan? When we overtake you, we cannot have even one proper park to play league games. It's sad. It's really sad.
Well, Sana, just to get like one of them saying topic si Habib Wahnane, if there is a need of necessity, war ñu def go for me. Wante foog naa ne ñu ngi nampal like clubs like Armed Forces or Walidan or Yenen Tirkama, like we cannot take responsibility of their clubs, you know, because amnen budget, amnen insurance. Just no go ahead, Sekuba, you need ma. So muna am bujil si offense, wante ne he need injury, dafa need operation, and by the look of things, dafa ndone sa like first half season bi dafa fekk mu ngi recover. As time goes by, you ko operation dafa miss the whole of season. Bepre yaa ngi nekk striker ku nga xam ne bëgg nga dem Turkey, bëgg nga dem Belgium, bëgg nga dem Asia, like yow yaa nga si système bi, you know. Habib wax na Real de Banjul te Sekuba tam yónnee na ma screenshot bi kooku mu ngi recover, like ndax Armed Forces tam because kenn bëggut bad publicity léegi nii pick up nañ ko dinañ ko dina dal di analyse like Armed Forces dañ war a act fast na la leen war a def.
Yeah, actually, they needed to act fast, and this is something that somebody's career is at stake here, Buba. From the injury, the more young injury one needs an operation, you did not take care of it, munna aggravate. And I think Sekuba's caliber needs to be helped. The Mola wanted the importance of a very good structure, you know. In each team. Armed Forces might be an institutional team, but this shows the lack of incompetency. People know how they are in sports. Either there are two things. They are not competent or they are selfish. Okay? Because if they are not selfish, a player of Sekuba's caliber cannot be in your team, did everything in his powers to put the team where it is today. Right? Injury, all he needs is a help. You know, phone call them move treatment be all of a sudden what you're doing is just keep muted about it. But what be the war again as if if we can have teams like Walidan, if we can have teams like Armed Forces who can treat their own players like this, those teams know that they are institutional teams. Because what did you expect of PSB Veringer or Team Rhino? What did you expect? So I think it's important to meet players. Like he said, we will all come back to one thing again. That is the players need agents. They needed to be looked after before they sign their contracts. That's an important drop. Because these are things you have. I mean, some representative, you can easily come up with technicalities in your contract. In a case they refuse to put take care of the health issue, you can easily sue them to court. It's obvious because you know oil contract Gambia do contract. lu ñu ooyee Gambia football contract du contract kayit la ñoo sign and no one cares kenn carewut lan moo nekk si contract bi. The team will do it just to shoot their demands, which is wrong. I have seen teams that have they don't sign no players contract even without giving the contract to the player for new review. They wouldn't. All they do is sign a fee, sign a fee. This is what happened. I have represented players, and I always request to have their contract taken home. Mariko, if there is anything that I didn't understand which needs a legal attention, I'll talk to somebody who's a legal practitioner. Okay? And he's going to guide me through before I finally sign the contract. And Lolu, it's not because I be movie, but I like Willie for that. Because I have get into a business with him in terms of players, and then this is exactly what happened. Dama review contract. Coach, no problem. Anytime, feel free. This is what he told you. All the time, and I think it's high time players in youth representatives will look into their own interests as well.
Well, Habib, official wax na nen di len dalé nek Abu Dhabi, Gambia and New Zealand, official. I mean, sometimes dama demu dal lu bari ay 20 page, ay 15 page. Wante duma dem am that time the read federation lu gaay binda, official is nen tay $8 million. Promise na ne di len def gala dina, di len ubi number pour niki di call di jall di donate. Official is na $8 million dina organize ñaari show. In return, ñun national team bi ñun Gambia lan dino fay officiel lan nga foog mo nekk dem because comme ni ko waxee ligue bi ñëw na press conference amut fixe bi ñëw na press conference amut tey Moussa Cissé sign na sports minister bi tam mu fa foog na on your left yaa fa amoon Bakary Jammeh xaw ma nag so lan tamon tam was very important today because moom tam nekk na si this committee bu nga xam ne mooy road to AFCON Moussa dina fi ñëw ajuma tam dina ko dina dal leeral wante fu mu nekk ni pour ñu ñaaw njorta like ñu jëm figure out lan mooy xew because dañ lay talk si information yu bari officiel gëj na fi depuis jamono Paul Put ba pare tam waruñ fee gëj after African Cup of Nations because we need this sponsorship package pour players association mission player of the month jigéen yi they have to chip in too su ma yaa ngi chip in si góor war ngaa chip in si jigéen wante léegi nii yow sa jàngat ak that business yu ndaw yoo xam lan la national team war a jox officiel mu nga xam ne dugal na fa 8 million léegi nii because gis naa Fatou Camara tam on her own ngeen di mala official di raise those in fact man sama ut phone pour them so lan la si officiel war a am lan leen war a jox officiel waaw Habib waaw
it all depends on what official wants in return. Official is a company. It's not a charity company, it's a business company, business oriented, which they are very good at. They are very good with business. Quam official down the years, when it comes to business and innovation, you're number one. Hate them or you like them, doesn't matter. When it comes to publicity and making noise about what their products, they are number one. So seeing official taking the lead is not a negative S when it comes to Gambian football or sports. They've been doing it. Man, this a company we facing coach. They paid Paul Put 1 year. So the fact that they are in, knowing that they are business oriented, I'm not details of why are they giving 8 million? What will they get in return? That's a long-term contract between official and the national team. Who knows? Why people don't give details of everything. Even when you work for the country, you don't give the people what they deserve. All what we know in Moy, official getting 8 million, which we all appreciate because they are. For example, we have Gamtel and Gamsel. Gambia, if those people were doing their homework right, they would have been leading the way because this is a national issue. So we expect national institutions to lead the way. But the fact that Gamtel people are saying you have financial difficulties. They are not what they used to be. Maybe they could not take up the challenge. But this is my opinion. So, how many government companies do we have? You know how many they could come in? The GRAs, the Social Securities, the GPAs, the NAVEX. These are all owned by Gambians. So it's official Chinue, Jel lead the way. Amun dara li mëna wax officiel lu tank you. That's all we could say. Man fu mu nekk nii duma jéem a seet what are they getting in return. Duma ko seet. Because already put the 8 million on the table and more to come. So right now, the moment question what they have on the table until so they can offer them on behalf of us to sign a contract. No back to the people. One unit after sell they just 8 million for road to Cameroon. But in return, they will do this and that to get this and that, which is normal, it's business. But we are only given quarter information about the whole issue. But like I said, do you complain? Because soon all companies is taxpayers' money is new fit. Ben company budget have few millions. I hope they will. But so far can do good. So you official like my job well done. Definitely job well done because nekut lo xamne xam nga lu es la. Somehow dañuy mëna spend ci sports. Somehow dañuy mëna taxaw on national issues. So lu tamit nit ñi fek ñu dañ ko fek ñu jëm ko acknowledge ne official do give back to the community. You know, du ma ñëw fi ne di jéem a wax some of the things you have that people don't like it about them. I will not say that. No, I won't say that. Lu ma la wax mooy li nga xam ne ñoom def nañ ko ci sport te gis nañ ko. Te jox naa la exemple ne am nañ fi compagnie yoo xam ne ñun ñoo ko moom as a country te jëluñ di challenge jëluñ di lead. So I cannot say nothing to official apart from thank you very much official for coming to our aid because right now we're talking about 177 million. It's a lot of money. Te ñëpp gis nañ ne the amount of budget bu government getting for sport is 120 something million. So even the money we need for AFCON more over that budget. So how do we expect to raise all those funds? After having 8 and they want to do they want to organize 2 mega shows and so at the end they might give us even 15 or 20 million from official. So if all the other companies do the same, they can from nekk ni xej na am nañ 100 million. Du non.
E sana xamna affaire officiel bi dama ko dal di top like gis nañ ñu ne FIFA youth coaching course mo ñew Gambia gis nañ fa Matar Mbodj like Bojang sang man doon struggle pour xool because am na benn xarit mu ngi amee académie Fatou Daba moo nekk Ibadou bu nekk si national team bi half back left bi or right man doon struggle ba pare final statement bi FIFA seen lifine seen xaalis suñ ko dee dal di lifine am na technical issue technical ne bii moom technicalité rek la bii coaches dañ ko dal di jaglal like depuis January sona seen coaches association bi ak fédération bi ñu ngi coaching course upon coaching course West Coast KMR jigéen ale léegi sax mel ngi def coaching course I mean this youth FIFA coaching course lan la lu xew because gis nañ fa baj ku nga xam ne woon mu ngi woon Hawkson junior team bi defoon na coaching course si Lansing o di wante ba léegi tam mu fa coaching course bi lan mooy about this FIFA youth coaching course.
Well, I think Bubali nekk na course boo xam ne man I am a little bit baffled with what is it all about. Simply because bu ma gisee update bi anyway man si doon waxtaan ak Habib sax sànq but bu ma gisee update si I saw some personnel in that coaching course ñoo xam ne they are CAF B license holders and I was wondering what kind of youth coaching course are you talking about? Because as far as I know FIFA grassroots coaching course it's youth coaching is a grassroots level. So the course is kind of at a lower level. So you brought in coaches, you know how many they did their CAF be license. What are we trying to insinuate here? So I was gonna make more findings on it, but I'm gonna deliberate on it. But this is something that is also in line with the youth department of the Gambia Football Federation, who has the capacity to tag these projects from FIFA, because there are youth coaching opportunities, you know, for all the member associations at the FIFA level. So it's easy to target. You only need to write a good project proposal to FIFA. And this is an area where they put a lot of emphasis on. And this has nothing to do with their forward program and stuff. These are courses that are there that you can always apply and you will get it. And FIFA is going to approve it and they're going to fund it. I said,
most of the time FIFA should approve like youth football and women football, they bring a lot of thousands of dollars. Commission we held $50,000. Federation may be a project $50,000. FIFA jox len ko ñom ñu ñew ñu spend $50,000 just pour ma dégg sa kàddu ma yene this school football how many junior school or secondary school ñew na like it just happened pam, you know, fat lam def fat, you know, then play Thursday jeexal len dimanche final bi. So those coaches, those PE teachers coach, you nekk Muslim, you nekk Crab Island, ñu soxla len course bi, ñu soxla len exposure because no ñu play sen tournament bi school football, which is very important suñ development ñun pour suñ under 17 ak suñ under 20 bi wante jox la ko that platform.
Yeah, but like I said, Mota Manelana, I was baffled in a sense. They definitely needed to be in this course. I'm not saying them being there. That shows you the lack of direction that we have, you know, in terms of our coaching strategy in the country. And this is something that needs a lot of attention. It needs to be addressed. The Coaches Association, in the picture, I am yet to establish that. But this is something that is serious. You cannot have a CAF B license holder go climb the ladder be up to this level. Guy know in the FIFA youth course, it's right here. Ko accept mu ko def kon lol koku climb am ladder ban njëriñ la am. Let's be, we have to be objective. And this is something that I was going to make a lot of inquiries on. Why is it happening? Because Munuma understand why. I don't really know. I saw it today. Luckily for me, I was having this conversation with Abid. You know, and we all are thinking in the same line. But and I think it's something that we even have to deliberate on as a topic, as a show, because it needs attention. Munyo continue for this mediocre, this mediocre behavior in our football. We cannot afford to do that. These are monies, these are opportunities that needs to be given to the right people. Come last week, you see same faces in everything we do in the federation, especially in our coaching sector. They are not the only people in the country. And this is going to justify limited work. You cannot have a course for youth coaches. You give it to the school teachers, give it to academies. And Bulfadene, there are academy associations in the country. Hamna West Coast region, they had theirs. They had a proper football academy association that is running an under 15 league, under 10 league every year. There are a lot of coaches around that end. There are a lot of academic coaches in Banjul. I'm not even going to call it an academy, so-called academies, which needs a lot of attention. So Munuma understand, I feel disappointed. I see the same faces. You know, we are very fortunate to do the CAF B lesson with them. We saw the same thing doing FIFA grassroots. I mean, it's what are you trying to gain from that? What? Is it because of the course name is FIFA, the certificate FIFA's logo would be there? Come on, we should do better than that.
Habib, waxtu mu noddali jaamu just like ma doon try assist mënu ma ko na am kon xam naa dina fi dellu si ajuma bi su soobee yàlla wante just léegi nii sa xalaat sa reflection si this FIFA xaw ma youth coach lam tudd xaw ma naka fan yi daal den tey FIFA mu ngi ñëw daal because Fatima Jawara FIFA project FIFA youth project so lan nañ si dal di jàngat
comme ça ñu ko waxee rek FIFA always have these programs. There are a lot of FIFA programs yoo xam ne soo apply nga you do the right thing they will come on board because money is not the issue. It's just about the authorities ñu try to create things ba nga xam ne people suñ nit ñi will just benefit from it. But these FIFA programs are everywhere. They have different courses, different capacity building. It's there for people to grab. It's just that we could exploit. Our authorities are on top of the information, or they are willing to do it. Yeah, while you man, every day or two, a Gambian number message on Facebook. They might like any idea about coaching course because they want to venture into coaching. In fact, they are coaches. Why come? I'm the chance to do any coaching course every day. Just today, somebody from Banjul maybe send my number. One boy from Bakau. Every day or two need number be that. So when you say my post about this coaching course, all of them they might message again. Mr. Fall, how come? To be honest, course be Yegumo. I have no clue about the course. Suma benando mo nek ci course bi, ma gis mu def ko status, ma xamne day sa course. Man non la ko xamé. Waye nekut lo xamne dañ ko announce with the sporting fraternity pour journalists one okay from this date to this date FIFA nangam dafa no. They keep it for themselves. And they choose the people they want to be there, which is unfortunate. How can you be a C or a B license holder? Your guy course is elementary coach is for the beginners. How many academies do you have in the Gambia? A lot. In fact, there are some assistant coaches who have they are within the first or second division. So, I'm a good coaching experience. So, façon opportunity ni, ñinga xamne already am nañ badge either C or D. They have to nañu spare. Niki soy dox ci aduna, you want to climb the ladder. Man duma nekk ci second story building ba pare may jema dagat ku nekk ci suuf. Duma def lolu. So opportunity you have to be honest to yourself. Hey, man, I'm a C license or I'm a B license holder. Course B is elementary. Even though it's FIFA, who cares? Mail chance to other people. Well, I'm not even blaming those taking the course. I'm blaming the authorities putting those people on the list. No, they should not put them on the list at the first place. They should give it to Ninga Hamne. I'm on the opportunity to do, because I'm not $10,000 to pay for the C license. Be free la. So free me then go buy they are young. You seize the opportunity. But so whole because man they are C license holders. They wanted to be there. But I'm including for you because send club amuñ fa that power to bring them there. You understand? Because I'm not gonna call. He wanted to be there, but munu fa nekk. Ñeneen ñi yëguñ ko after leen ko yi. Ñi nga xam ne seen nit ñi ñu fa ñoom ñu fa. You understand? Ñi nga xam ne seen nit ñi ñu fa te loolu wata demee noonu. So amee a C license or a B license elementary course or FIFA youth coach, give chance to other people to do it. But some people, they just want to be there because they want to get the FIFA t-shirts, They want to get the tracks, they want to get the bags, they want to get the gadgets. That's all. Course be amal la jëriñ. In fact, don't go execute because don't go help. Mentally, you don't have course bu. Nga xam course be you would have because don't go def ba pare. Because you just want to be there to get certificate and they have to give it to they are more deserving. Even $1,000 to do a course. It's free. I'm not academics you affiliate, you register. So course I mean, I'm not buy, hard the bigger ones. I'm buy. I'm been experience from being a coach. This coach. But I don't know what's gonna have to say. What I think is happening. Facility coaching courses so happening. It has to do with the coaches. I think the coaches association have a role to play. They have a role to play. In fact, they should have a role. They should be informed. They should be informed. They should be informed about the criteria. Right. What are the criteria? You very right. Coaching course is for elementary or youth level. But the coaching association are not informed, then you get by the right protocols. We are not doing things the right way. The coaching association have a huge role to play. Because on the pictures, I saw Matar Mbodj there. Can I understand? So meaning, they have to put them on the picture that the cost of our arm from this date to this date, they need this amount of people. How are we going to go about it? Both male and female. Because I was informed that I'm not coaches or I'm not teams or they are these female teams or send assistant you body jigen le. I'm in the opportunity to put that in a course. You understand? So I think opportunity la put them in the new. Nga xamne mënu ñoo fay $10,000 pour def ci license at least nga jël leen that opportunity. Why defa indi ñoo xamne ñooñu they are only there to get the certificate. Even to do the practicals, they will not do it. They will execute buba because what do? Because they did it before. So it makes no sense bringing the same people to do elementary course. Then we expect them to go higher, put them on B or A license. That's what we are waiting for. So this system is the same thing. I hope Matar Mbodj and his team will try to bring something different and give the coaches the respect they deserve. Than just to be there. I don't even know how to say it, but unfortunately, that's the way it is.
Sana like lu Habib wax la nga fa yoka ba pare nga dal tejé sa cadeau because waxtu jamono ñu yaangi dal di bobali ba pare mën nga ma jël ci suuf ci affaire gano ci dollars bi tamino man nako ko wécc sa rapport afo sa ko say
non duma si am lu bari lu ma say yoka because comme Habib lu mu wax rek diko deugural like this is something if the Gambia Football Coaches Association can run the national deal like law have the money at the basis of coaching in the country. Why can they run? Why can they be informed on these FIFA courses? Yes, something the protocol MUFA. FIFA's projects has to go through certain protocol. What GFF mun facilitate lolu. But the Coaches Association is an allied association to the GFF, and anything regarding technical matters, especially coaching, it's coaching. I think the GFCA should be given the opportunity just to recruit coaches that they think are necessary. In that case, we will hold them accountable if the coaches that are selected are not the right people that are selected. But in this case, understand now that the GFCA are not even informed. They are not even informed of this course. So I mean, it has to be said. We must break that bridge. Those bureaucracy protocols. All the time, and they feel a little more right. This is football. Everybody has a role to play. The Coaches Association is there to complement the efforts of the federation. Okay, it's efforts of the technical department of the GFF to work with them hand in glove. Good luck to them, but it is something that could have been useful to other academic coaches and then yenn school teachers ñoo xam ne you know they definitely needed this bu baax maa ngi nuyu di la sant dollar bi moom bul si wori after dinaa wax seet Tidiane Haidara so loolu after nañ si wax
good luck
Habib foo daanele sa kàddu rek fii ba àjjuma tam looy daanele sa
waaw fu mu nekk nii ñun nag suñ fii moom du yomba because ñun pour ñu wax dëgg moom ak ndàntal li emale duñ si xool kenn nag doesn't matter if you are our friend or colleague su nekkee lu ñuy wax dëgg la noonu lañ ko waxee su nekkee nag dañu wax dara ñu mistake ñu wax loo xam ne xamuñ ko dañ juum you have the same right as us on this platform mun nga ñëw contact ni hey li ngeen wax on Wednesday is untrue we want to clarify and then we will give you the opportunity to come here and clarify ñun amuñ ego boobu noonu we are not egocentric if we are wrong we will take it if we are wrong just tell us Mr. Fall or Mr. Buba you guys got it all wrong we want to come and clarify we will invite you and then nga wax du noonu
Habib
waaw
yaa ngi ndelu da nga prel NPP launching bi electors day bi
no dama sona woy suma kawar bi dafa nekkoon di sax in a very I don't know it was kind of strange with me so ma ne xaaral ma génne ko ma xool what's happening so ma nekka ma tuuti nga ma nekk imam
kon mbokki déglukat yi ñu ne naa jox lu nga xam ne muy dig daje ba àjjuma si sebe yàlla Moussa Cissé di ñëw
ok tell them
waaw Moussa Cissé di ñëw at least everything nga xam ne mooy sponsorship national team bi bàyyi ko si officiel dina ko dalal leeral ba pare tam nañ dal di ànda waa Walidan foofu si biir Saudi Arabia tam ñu dal di seet developments yi ak lu nga xam ne mooy updates waa Habib
waaw once again alhamdulillah guys we were expecting Langtambong but lu happen moom was on unforeseen circumstances so we expect to see him again next week by Wednesday so we hope by that Wednesday everything is sorted out so he will be here xam nañ ne tey nag xam nga Gambian si ak foreign football xam nañ ne it's a Champions League week so xam naa ne most of the boys are watching the Champions League xam naa they will watch the show later so once again guys thank you very much and then hope to see you on Friday inshallah
waaw jërë ngeen jëf Habib ñu ñëpp ma leen dal di sonn dal di gërëm jërë ngeen jëf